Kanye West.
Yeah.
You've had a wobbly relationship with him, but you're back on track. I read that you...
You know, Cube's really set me up for this. You know what I mean? It's like you really influenced me.
They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me.
He writes on X, formerly Twitter, February 6th, Free Puff, referring to one of Combs' former stage names, before adding in a separate message.
The world of hip-hop is no stranger to controversy, but few names have been involved in as many jaw-dropping moments as Kanye West. From his public feuds to his shocking statements, Kanye always finds a way to stay in the headlines. But now, it seems his latest moves have dragged some of rap's biggest legends into the chaos, most notably Ice Cube and Diddy. Ice Cube and Kanye used to have a solid relationship, both are rap icons, and Cube even showed his support for Kanye multiple times over the years.
Cube just said he was going to be voting for Kanye West, 2020 president.
Definitely.
2020 Keep It Kanye.
Yeah, for sure.
You just met him for the first time.
Yeah, I just met him at the VMAs, you know.
I can't believe
cool.
paths haven't crossed earlier.
Busy, man.
Busy. Come and see me, Kanye.
He's a big fish. I'm a big fish.
Yeah. Small pond.
I mean, I'm a whale.
Yeah.
I'm a whale.
Whales for life.
Yeah.
The blue whale.
Shay Jr., have you ever thought, would you start a hip-hop career? Would you ever think about doing that? Have you done a bit of stuff already and recorded?
I've done a few things in the past.
But the bond between the rap legends was shattered when Kanye went on an anti-Semitic tirade during an interview with Drink Champs. During this interview, Kanye made some outrageous claims and even dragged Ice Cube's name into it, saying he was influenced by Cube's past rhetoric. This put Cube in a tough spot. After all, no one wants to be associated with that kind of controversy.
About a month ago, Kanye went on his crazy rant, and somehow your name got dragged into that.
You know, Cube's really set me up for this. You know what I mean? It's like you really influenced me to get on this anti-Semite, vibe, and I'm here to finish the job.
Somebody turn it out.
What did the nigga say?
When a nigga turn the party out and say, he did it because of you, you got to say something about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, homie.
You inspired him to do it.
Homie.
That's what he said.
Nah. You got to stand on this one.
That's you, bro.
It's at the end of the day, I just had to let everybody know that,
don't blame me for
shit.
Don't bring me into your shit.
Talk your shit if you want to, but don't blame me for shit.
Yeah.
In response, Ice Cube took to X to set the record straight. He made it clear that he didn't appreciate his name being dragged into the mess, emphasizing that he is not and has never been anti-Semitic. He wanted nothing to do with Kanye's remarks. But Kanye wasn't just dealing with backlash from Ice Cube, he also found himself in legal trouble. The family of George Floyd hit him with a lawsuit over comments he made about Floyd's death in that same interview.
Today we got Ice Cube responding to Kanye West mentioning him in his recent Drink Champs interview that was released over the weekend. As you all know, Kanye is facing a lot of scrutiny and backlash for some of the remarks he made in this interview, so Ice Cube decided to take to Twitter to clear the air. All right, with a post that reads, "I hate that my name was dragged into this Drunk Champs BS. I don't know what Ye meant by his statements. You're gonna have to ask him. I didn't put the batteries in his back. Please leave my name out of all the anti-Semitic talk. I'm not anti-Semitic and never have been." All right, now again, that was Ice Cube responding to Kanye West mentioning him in his recent Drink Champs interview that was released over the weekend that has now been taken down by Nori and Drink Champs. That's right, y'all. It's also being reported that the mother of George Floyd's daughter is filing a $250 million lawsuit against Kanye West for the comments on George Floyd's death. That's right, y'all. They is not playing. Now, the family has released a statement on this lawsuit saying that Kanye made false statements about George Floyd's death to promote his brands, increase marketing value and revenue for himself, his business partners, and associates. They also say that Kanye made malicious falsehoods about Floyd in order to profit from his death and the family's trauma.
For a while, it seemed like Ice Cube and Kanye's relationship was beyond repair. But in a surprising turn of events, Ice Cube later revealed in an interview with Piers Morgan that he and Kanye had actually made up.
The last rapper that I interviewed in this very studio was Kanye West. You've had a wobbly relationship with him, but you're back on track. I read that you saw him, in fact, a few days ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. I mean, we were always cool. You know, he spoke my name without really explaining what he meant, and I just really couldn't leave that statement out there without, you know, he never explained what he meant, and so I had to, you know, kind of rebut that. But since then, we've talked, and I think Ye understands that generalizing will always get you in more hot water than being very specific. You know, you
because I haven't really seen much of him since I interviewed him. He's kind of disappeared. I mean, how is he? How's he dealing with what's happened to him?
I believe he's doing great. You know, he's still, you know, dealing with some people trying to hold on to his money. But for the most part, I believe he's in a good space. I think he's, you know, learned a lot from this past year, and, you know, hopefully he'll come out better on the other side.
Cube claimed that Kanye had learned from his mistakes. He explained that Kanye wasn't attacking an entire group of people, but was instead upset with certain individuals. According to Cube, Kanye's problem was that he failed to be specific, something that got him into serious trouble.
Some of the crazier things he was saying, the anti-Semitic statements he was making. What did you feel, as someone who knew him well, what did you feel about that?
I felt that if he was really upset with specific people, that the message he was saying would kind of hijack what he's really upset about, you know, and you know, that's kind of what happened. You just can't generalize. You have to be specific, especially if you're talking about anybody, any race of people. You have to be specific on who exactly you're talking about.
But here's the thing, Ice Cube and Kanye aren't the only ones patching things up. It looks like Kanye has also decided to squash his beef with none other than Diddy. For a long time, Kanye and Diddy were at odds. Kanye even went as far as calling Diddy a fed, implying that he was being controlled by higher powers in Hollywood.
Poison me, and by the way, y'all done already with me so much. Y'all already black mirrored me. You already made everybody think I'm crazy. You already took my family away. You already separated all my friends. I don't got no celebrity friends. Because when I was on TV, on Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is, and the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address of my child, none of these niggas that want to say something
Travis
now.
gave you the address, though, right?
Travis gave me the address.
Right.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't give a because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you f***ing fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're going to go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the f*** about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the f*** about, you shut the f*** about Michael.
Right.
At the height of their feud, Kanye insisted that he wasn't like Diddy or other rappers who could be controlled by industry elites. But now it seems Kanye has completely changed his tune.
I sit there. You know what I'm saying? That's true. I'm still not backing down from what I said. It's Jewish people that did bad business. I'm Semite, so I can't be anti-Semitic. They stole our history from us. They stole who we are, and it sucked. In Jesus' name, amen. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Recently, he went on a rant on X, demanding that Diddy be freed. He claimed that powerful forces were trying to make an example out of Diddy. And that's not the only thing Kanye has been talking about. He also responded to backlash over his wife's revealing look at the 2025 Grammys, insisting that she wasn't being forced into anything.
Kanye West defends Sean Diddy Combs amid the music mogul's sex trafficking case. Ye shows support for the Bad Boy Records founder, who is currently in jail awaiting the May 5th trial for his charges, in a series of controversial messages. He writes on X, formerly Twitter, February 6th, "Free Puff," referring to one of Combs' former stage names, before adding in a separate message, "Puff, we love you." And the 47-year-old also provides insight into why he believes Combs, who pleaded not guilty to federal charges of racketeering, sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution following his September arrest, should be released from prison. He says in another message on the platform that same day, "Just for clarity, they're trying to make an example out of Puff." Kim Kardashian's ex-husband continues in an additional post, "Who's ever after Puff, we gotta find out exactly who they are." And Ye doesn't only come to the defense of Combs in his controversial internet rant, he also claps back at criticism of his wife Bianca Censori's naked look at the 2025 Grammys. He says in a February 7th post, "People say the red carpet look was her decision," stating, "This ain't no woke-ass feminist shit. She's with a billionaire. Why would she listen to any of you dumbass broke bitches?"
But let's be real, Kanye's social media activity has been getting more and more erratic. Many people believe he's having a complete meltdown based on the wild things he's been posting. From taking jabs at Kamala Harris to making insensitive comments about Make-A-Wish kids, Kanye has been saying some truly outrageous things. And to top it off, he has doubled down on his past anti-Semitic statements.
Kamala seems like a very nice human. I just want to say sorry to her kids. Please remember, I'm only 35 days into the year. Oh god, is this some foreshadowing? You ninjas slow. Fucking retards. I don't take no unsolicited advice, and I don't give it. I say where I stand, and if you can't stand it, fuck you. I'm not gentle, I'm king, now bitch amongst yourselves. If I lost everything again, tonight was worth it. I can die after this. Oh my god, dude, it's so fucking painful to see because I actually do like Kanye West in terms of like his music and stuff. But whenever he does this shit, it just makes it really hard to be a fan. Like, I see all the memes, and it's true. The fucking memes are so true. This is just the most childish way to get attention. I tour for the money. I'd rather be playing Last of Us Part 1 and 2, which was made by Jewish people. Good job, thank you. And I can never tell if Kanye is like serious when he does this because spamming about Jewish people is such like the lowest hanging fruit possible to get attention online. It's not cool when the kids on 4chan do it, so why do you think doing it on Twitter is gonna be any cooler? I turned down 3 photos this week with Make-A-Wish kids in wheelchairs. I don't take photos except for when I take photos. Oh my god, dude, the bait.
But it doesn't stop there. Kanye has also spoken out against what he calls woke culture, slammed people for trying to cancel Chris Brown, and even repeated his infamous claim that slavery was a choice.
Kanye wanted to let people know he felt like Diddy should be free, so he tweeted "Free Puff." That was the first tweet, right? And then after he tweeted "Free Puff," he just started going in. He said, all these celebrity N-words and B's is the P word. Y'all watch her brother ride and never say nothing. F all the woke stuff. Y'all N-words addicted to complaining, do something. We watched them try to cancel Chris Brown and ain't nobody do nothing. I was the P word then too. Chris Brown, it's you until the walls fall off. Slavery is a choice.
And now we get to the real question. What exactly is Kanye trying to do for Diddy? Well, it turns out Kanye is hoping to get help from none other than Donald Trump. Kanye has had a complicated relationship with Trump, but he endorsed him during his first presidential run. Now he seems to think Trump might be the key to getting Diddy out of trouble. But let's be honest, it's pretty unlikely that Trump will actually step in to help him.
It's true, Kanye does seem to have this bizarre ability to kind of navigate these controversial comments. It's almost as if it's only Kanye, therefore we won't take it too seriously, we'll let him go on. And his business has still been flourishing. He was anti-Semitic in 2022. Many people thought that would see him kind of, at least from a business perspective, drop off, but it wasn't the case. And he might even feel empowered, emboldened by that period to give it another go and even come out with, as we've seen overnight, some increasingly shocking statements. He's asking Donald Trump to basically free Sean Combs from jail, where he's currently locked up awaiting trial for racketeering and sex trafficking. That trial is going to happen in May, so he's hoping now the new president will intervene, get him out of jail, and make him a free man. Obviously, Kanye and Donald Trump go back a few years now. He endorsed the president when he was elected first time round, and was famously seen wearing the MAGA cap in the Oval Office with him. And then 4 years later, obviously, Kanye ran himself with much less success than Don, and it appears now he's kind of bringing back that friendship and calling for a favour from his older.
Many believe Kanye's sudden change of heart toward Diddy is purely opportunistic. They argue that he's just trying to gain favour with Diddy's supporters and make money off them.
So as you guys could hear, this man is completely going insane, but that's very common for Kanye. By the way, that wasn't even like all the tweets. Like I told you, I just ain't got enough time in the day to let him spit out all his BS so I can cover it all in one video. Now, Kanye said free Diddy, which is something I've actually heard people say before. A lot of people think that Diddy was set up because they don't want a successful black man in power. First of all, Diddy has been in power for a long time, for decades actually. It wasn't until all of his wrongdoings accumulated enough to the point where he ended up seeing real world consequences for his actions. I don't think there's an agenda with Diddy being behind bars. I mean, that was the same man who on that footage that got leaked was beating the hell out of Cassie as she was trying to escape. So that's P. Diddy for you. Ain't no agenda there. Kanye is obviously an opportunist, so whatever benefits him, he's gonna be for that, which is why he's selling this merchandise so he can cash in on all the Diddy supporters' gullibleness, okay? And then as for the anti-Semitic comments he's been making, this is something Kanye has been on for a long time. I'm sure some of y'all actually, or all of y'all actually should know this and remember this, but he put up this very strange tweet back in 2022, just out of nowhere, and I'm not gonna read this out loud or show it actually. Let's just say that he had death and Jewish people in the tweet. Now, if you guys did not know, the majority of Kanye's business partners, they used to be of Jewish descent. Kanye has been making a whole lot of money with Jewish people for the entirety of his career. And then in 2022, that's when he really started going off the deep end. A lot of things were shifting behind the scenes for him. His ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, you know, she started running for the hills, and their divorce, that was a roller coaster, okay?
And while all this drama unfolds, Kanye has been hiding out in Japan with his wife, supposedly afraid of being dragged into Diddy's legal troubles. Meanwhile, his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, and their kids suffered a devastating loss when their Los Angeles home was destroyed in the wildfires.
So Kanye West is staying on a permanent holiday because he's terrified of the lawsuits. You know which lawsuits. The Diddy lawsuits, and you know exactly what those are for. He's terrified of being dragged into nightmarish accusations against his ex-pal Diddy, which has already happened. He's already been accused of doing stuff with Diddy to a woman while she was unconscious. So he's been out there for months partying in Tokyo with his wife because he's scared of what he did while he was partying with Diddy. Meanwhile, while he's out there partying and hiding from prosecution and lawsuits, his kids just lost their home with Kim, and they had to flee Los Angeles. And he hasn't seen his kids in months, which puts Kim in a position where she could absolutely get custody away from him. But let's be honest, getting wrapped up in these types of lawsuits, allegations, and quite possibly charges could absolutely have him lose custody of his kids as well. Myself personally, I have absolutely no sympathy for Kanye or Diddy. It turns out if you're not out there being a predator, you don't have to worry about stuff like this. You might be able to run and you might be able to hide, but the wood chipper is patient and it always catches up eventually.
So what's really going on here? Is Kanye trying to manipulate public opinion for his own gain? Is he genuinely trying to help Diddy? Or is he just spiraling deeper into chaos? One thing is for sure, this story is far from over. What do you think about Kanye's latest moves? Do you believe he's being sincere, or is this just another publicity stunt? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates on the latest celebrity drama.